Here's part 21 of Haunted by Chuck Palahniuk. So Miss Clark continued. Cassandra never told me what happened to her. When she came home, she cut most of her hair off in patches, and I asked her, I begged her to make herself pretty again, but she didn't. She was just creepy. She would quietly skulk around the house and watch the birds outside. She didn't do anything. She stopped eating. She didn't wear makeup anymore. She cut her eyelashes off. She was just different. I kept asking her what she saw in the nightmare box, and she just said, it made me want to be a writer. And then she disappeared again. A backstory of Cassandra, told by Mrs. Clark. When Cassandra went missing again, she was found deceased on a bed of moss in the middle of the woods. Peaceful. She died peacefully. The book describes the entire decomposition process of someone's body, including Cassandra's. Bloating, what the bugs will be doing inside your body, eating away at your organs. It was kind of gnarly. The fluids seeping from your pores and your orifices, the way your eyes shriveled to nothing, all that good stuff. Her body was found by a Boy Scout who was doing some sort of nature thing. Stumbled across the body, freaked out, told an adult called police. Police arrived and an investigation ensued. During the time while her body was being discovered, Mrs. Clark was deep cleaning the whole house. She was waiting by the phone for a phone call. When Cassandra went missing a second time, the public just didn't care as much like they did the first time. And knowing that Cassandra had disappeared, she was just constantly waiting for the worst. So she spent time deep cleaning the kitchen, then she moved from room to room, deep cleaning, organizing, taking things down. And at this point, the cops were doing a full investigation. They saw the body and all this stuff. Now in the book, I don't know if this happens in real life, but this was now a crime scene. Therefore, it will now be monitored by police for an extended period of time. So the police set up microphones into the trees above where Cassandra's body is. They set up little game cameras around to see if the killer would come back to the crime scene and confess something. Happens all the time. Like the Green River Killer literally did that. Pretty sure Ted Bundy did that too. So they're like, oh, we're gonna get her. We're gonna get whoever did this to you, Cassandra. And at this time, as they're setting all that up, they left the body there. An investigation hadn't been made public yet, but Mrs. Clark at home is still organizing the house, deep cleaning. Now she's sorting trash, keeping herself busy. And at this time, Mrs. Clark was cleaning out Cassandra's room when she found the handwritten note about the writer's retreat. And at that moment, Miss Clark left the house. And this is where she says, standing in the woods, she says, I loved you so much more when you were missing. Standing in front of Cassandra's body, she tells the whole ordeal to her dead daughter. I did it with sleeping pills. I put it in your food. I drugged you, and now you're here. I loved you so much more when you went missing the first time. You were not the same when you came back. Mrs. Clark confessed her whole doings, the reason why, the reason how much she missed the old Cassandra, and how she didn't love the new Cassandra after the writer's retreat. At this point, Mrs. Clark confessed that I did indeed kill my daughter, and she looks up into the trees and she sees the police microphone, and at that moment she knew she was caught and she took off. And now she is at the theater with everyone else. Mrs. Clark done did it. You got me for 2 more weeks, Dumpling. I'll miss you. And then Mrs. Clark says to the room full of the survivors, I know you all think Mr. Whittier and I were a thing. We actually were not even a thing. I didn't even know who this man was. I called his number as soon as the police found out what I did. I'm here to figure out what happened to my daughter Cassandra the first time she went missing. I'm here to figure out what the hell went on. And I get it. And then now we're at the dining table with the matchmaker. Meat cleaver in hand, pee out on the table. He's gonna do it. He's thinking about doing it. The matchmaker has been standing there contemplating his decision to go to the extreme and cut off another part of it. He's been standing there for so long, everyone's like, come on, man. Come on, man. Just do it. They got tired of waiting. Agent Tattletale came in and Miss Sneezy came in. They're like, oh my god, the people are coming. We can hear them trying to get in through the door. They're in the alley. They're coming. You gotta do it. The matchmaker's like, oh shit. This is our chance. I can't do it. Reverend Godless, can you do it for me, please? Everyone's like, they're coming. They're here. Oh man, you gotta do it, dude. You gotta do it. Without thinking twice, Reverend Godless grabbed the cleaver. Boop. Sure. Pee-pee goes flying. Blood squirts everywhere. The matchmaker immediately goes down. The missing link grabs the now detached part of the matchmaker. And he looks at everyone and he's like, this is good meat. This is good stuff. It's food. And he swallows the whole thing. Still warm, still bleeding. It was like a scene that went so fast. The matchmaker immediately bled out while the missing link choked on the matchmaker. His part tried swallowing, choked on it, and then he just suffocated and died on the ground. So now we're down 2 more people. Ugh. Stop that, you tickle. So now there's 11 survivors left. The Baroness Frostbite comes up the stairs from Miss America and Mrs. Clark still in the dressing room. She comes in and she's like, bruh, what happened to the matchmaker? By the way, you all, we need a new villain. Our main villain is dead. Mrs. Clark was dead in the dressing room. Half her leg was eaten. So whoever did it is not very hungry right now. But by the way, I know Mr. Matchmaker is missing a part of him. What we can do is before Miss Clark died, she forced the matchmaker to cut off himself, and then she forced the missing link to eat it. Oh, it's gonna go down in history as a disgusting display of torture. So now we're down Mrs. Clark. We're down the matchmaker and the missing link. Chef Assassin looks at the Earl of Slander. I think it was you. The Earl of Slander's stomach loudly growled. No. As you can hear, I haven't eaten anything since Miss America's baby. Well, everybody, we're gonna need a new devil. Start picking.